But obviously the pollution has stopped it. It's not ideal, that really, is it? Because it's
it's awful because you get ready for 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning and all that. You do all your preparation the night before and everything. But the only good thing is that it's the same for everybody, so everybody's in the same boat.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem with it is going to be if the water doesn't get any better and they just make it 2 runs and a cycle instead of putting the swim in, because I think a different person will probably win it then.
Right. Okay. Could that happen, Daley?
Yes, I think they're talking about doing a 5 kilometre run to start with, then doing the 40K on the bike, and then finishing with the 10K if the water doesn't improve. So,
Okay.
and that'll be a real shame, obviously.
Okay. Look, obviously we've got loads to talk about. Yesterday, though, highlights. Obviously, some great moments.
Yes, my great highlight yesterday was Tom Pitcock in the mountain bike, which I watched in a fan zone in the city, and it was absolutely brilliant because the French people were all charged up and everything, and obviously Tom had gone through a few things the last couple of weeks in terms of the Tour de France and trying to get over COVID. And when the French people saw their guy in the lead because Tom had got his puncture, then they were going crazy. And then just before the end, when he took him, Tom was just so brilliant. He had that one opportunity, and I can't believe he had had the courage to hold back and just wait. I mean, that's such confidence. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it was incredible. Another incredible feat was from sorry, lost my words there. Was from Tom Daley. He won his 5th Olympic medal. Where does he rate Daley in your eyes?
Listen, as a diver, I mean, obviously he's absolutely fantastic, and he's really kind of managed as a diver to transcend his sport. Everybody knows, what a nice guy he is. He goes into people's homes with being on the telly a lot and everything. So he's done absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it, what he's done for the sport.
Daley, just in the Olympics so far, which athlete has impressed you the most, do you think?
I think it's going to be the person that I'm actually was going to talk about next anyway, in Simone Biles. I mean, women's team gymnastics is obviously one of the Olympics' big blockbuster events.
Yeah.
And in somewhere like the United States, it might even get the largest TV audience of the entire games. And it's all down to Simone Biles, who I think 2 days ago performed wonderfully in the qualifying. And, she's been out for a few years with some mental problems, anxiety and all that kind of stuff. And it was just incredible to see her back at possibly her best. And I also think the British team tonight might be able to get near a podium, but like every event at the Olympics, it's really, really competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got BMX freestyle today. Bit of BMX in Daley. Get out on the bike.
I won't be, but I was reading about Kieran Riley and Charlotte Worthington, and obviously, Kieran is the world champion. I think Charlotte's been Olympic champion, but I think it's going to be like everything. They have to be at their best, and it will be really interesting. I'll give it a bit of a watch on the old telly.
You're not going to watch it, Daley. It's your birthday, mate. We'll let you off one, mate. We'll let you off one.
No, I can't, because unlike some people on the end of this radio, I'm professional. Come on, Daley.
Yeah, you're right, Daley. You're right. Some people.
I'll tell you what I will watch for certain. I'm going to watch the canoeing. There's a guy in there today in the K1 called Joe Clark, and 8 years ago he won the gold in Rio, and then he didn't make the team for Tokyo, and now he's back for Paris, and that will be absolutely fantastic if he can get on a podium or even win. That is such a great story.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Good luck to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, we've got to talk about Andy Murray, Dan Evans. They're playing again. Good chance for him to get through. They said they got loads to improve on. Actually, is there an outside chance that they could nick a medal?
Coming into it, I didn't think they would, but you know what? Sometimes the gods smile on you, and you know, if they get a bit of luck, and mostly I think for those guys, it's about the games not lasting too long, not having to save 5 match points, because while Andy has been and is an incredible tennis player, he's not getting any younger. And the less time he spends on the court, I suspect the better those two will play.
Yeah. As well, we've heard about obviously some of the problems with the pollution in the water, but one of our swimmers, he's got COVID, isn't he? And it's in terms of athletic performance, we know COVID obviously wiped out a few people in terms of making you really feel bad and down, and it obviously seems to have got a little bit better now. But Adam Peaty, he tested positive for COVID 24 hours after missing out on gold. He's got to do he's got to do the freestyle relay. How do you get over that so quickly? How do you prepare? You probably won't even be able to really train now, will he?
No, I think you're right. I think what he'll be doing is just wrapping himself up in cotton wool, obviously staying away from everybody because he doesn't want to pass it on, and just hope the fact that the last 6 months, the last year's worth of training stays with him, and he doesn't come out on the morning and feeling all sore and everything. Yeah. But you're right. I think that, you know, it's a bit of bad luck, but those things happen, and you have to get over them.
Yeah, all right.
And also it's the Olympics. You're not doing anything next week. Get on with it.
That's fair
well
enough.
Said, mate. Yeah, well said.
Daley, top man, mate. Happy birthday. Enjoy yourself.
Happy birthday. Have a good day.
Fellas. See you
mate.
Soon. Cheers.
Bye, mate.
All right, Daley Thompson, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Don't forget that talkSPORT 2 brings you live coverage of all the very best of the Olympics action over in Paris. Extensive coverage begins at 10 a.m. and every evening Natalie Sawyer will round up everything that happened throughout the day with Olympic kickoff. Be sure to tune in at 7 p.m. tonight. That was 2-time decathlon gold medalist Daley Thompson there, thanks to Bridgestone.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.